who is the owner of the output? And then what do we do about it? So the owner of the output, I told you earlier, is somebody that's going to live with the 24-hour responsibility of whatever the team puts in place. And because of that, that's who I tell my sponsor, that's who needs to be the team leader. Okay. The team leader. So let's talk about that. What's the difference between the team leader and the facilitator? So I manage the process. That's what I do. The facilitator manages the process. I don't have to have any process knowledge at all. Now, I have to be honest, I'm always curious about any new process that I see. And I always love to have some ideas of my own, but truly, that's not my responsibility. The leader is the one that needs to manage the people, manages the process. So they know the topic. They're responsible for the topic. They're responsible for the activity. I'm responsible for managing the process of the week. They're responsible for, the actual implementation of work that happens every single day. So they are the tiebreaker. They are the one that can reach out for help from others if the team doesn't have the skills. They can, if we need to break a tie, that's what they do. This is the person that I align with to make sure that we're prepared, because I come into a new company and I don't know how that company works. How are we going to get food? How are we going to get a room? How are we going to get supplies? How are we going to get team members? The leader engages each team member face to face, not by email. They go and they ask them to be on the team. They explain why it's so important. They have that conversation. They own this. So they're responsible for the topic. I'm responsible for the process. That is the difference. What happens before? What happens before is they get their team. They work with me to get their team. I give them a way to think about what the team members would be like, and then they should start visualizing that's Joe, that's Mary, that's Martha, that's Waleed, that's whoever, that's Muhammad. They know what happens after. What happens after is the stuff that they work so hard on actually happens, right? Now, I coach them through all of that. I start working with teams typically 4 to 6 weeks, or with leaders and sponsors typically 4 to 6 weeks before the first event. And then I always do check-in 30, 60, 90-day check-ins with them. And then sometimes they'll send me a picture of something that's going as good as or better than the way we left it as a team. And that always makes me feel good. It makes me feel like what we did mattered.